Uh-oh, I have another rant you never asked for. Get ready. I just saw something on YouTube, and this isn't the first time that I've seen it, okay? Where, and I'm not going to say the word because I try not to swear, but it was like called Bad Bees Work Regular Jobs or whatever. So it's playing into the whole trope of uh bad bees, which is like women who are just awesome today. That's what that means. Or girl boss, or boss bee, or the word that I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the word. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to swear. But the word I'm talking about. Is it just me, or are you sick and tired of seeing women like this? I'm sorry, I don't need to be a bad bleep. you know like I don't need three bleeps together to make me an awesome woman, or to be in charge of something, in charge of my own life, in charge of a business, in charge at work, as a manager or as a quote boss. I don't need to be that in order to go do that, or I don't need to. uh I guess this woman was maybe saying, I didn't watch the video because I just was like, I can't click on this. I just I can't click on any of those boss bee type videos because they make me want to vomit. Sorry. I'm so over that attitude. And actually, it's that attitude that destroys a lot of things at work for women. When you just think, oh, I have to prove something, or I'm going to work because I am just this. I'm a bad bee and I'm at work and you just have to deal with me. That's Nobody wants to deal with that at work. In fact, people want to toss you on your B and get the heck out. Really, just, or they want to toss you on your A, more like it. But well, I don't know, the A's, the B's, the whatever, they just want you out. Okay. If you are a woman at work, especially in your middle age, nobody wants you to have this attitude. Do not have a boss B attitude at work or in your business, being a woman. And it doesn't mean that you're not in charge of what you're doing or that you're not confident anymore. I You can see that I'm confident as a woman. I speak normally, confidently. I'm not editing these things, so I try not to have an and blah in front of every other word or something like that when I speak. So I try to speak as succinctly as I can, but none of that's the point. It's just I don't walk around thinking to myself, I need to be a bad bee because that's the pinnacle of life. It, I could never imagine working with someone like this. They must be the most intolerable bee to work with. And people should basically not tolerate these women at work or in a business. If you are another businesswoman who sees another businesswoman working like this or acting like this, or she wears t-shirts like this that say, "Well, I'm a bad bee," maybe don't. maybe maybe we just need to be women at work, women in charge, women running a business. We don't need to be the bee. So I'm seeing less of it. Thank God, really, that on YouTube I do see less of it, and maybe that's just my algorithm because maybe I think probably I hated or disliked or said I don't want to see this channel for like a gajillion bad bee videos. But none of that's the point. It's just, can we get this bad bee culture out of our lives? Can we stop tolerating it? And really, it's probably going to be some other woman in charge who has some level of class and decorum, but not so much that she won't tell a bad bee, maybe you want to take it down about 1,000 notches, girl, because no one wants to be around you. You know, maybe we just want to be empowered women, but we don't need to shove it in everybody's face. I think women at work are their own worst enemies. And I'm not even going to get into that. And this video would be 5 hours long if I had to go into why women at work are their own worst enemy, it is not necessarily the man above you or the man over there in the corner or whatever, wherever. It's it's not even a glass ceiling. You, a lot of times, if you are a bad bee, you are your worst enemy. And maybe you don't wear the t-shirt that says bad bee. Maybe you don't even say bad bee out loud, but maybe, maybe you have the bad bee attitude in the back of your mind somewhere, and it comes out. Inevitably, it comes out at work. So maybe just rethink that. And especially women over 50, we can't afford to be a bad bee at work. We have to be the seasoned, professional, mentor type of a person. We should all be looking to be mentors at this point and not, maybe we need to mentor the bad bees out of being the bad bee and being the type of employee and manager and person in charge who will mentor and steward and help their employees and help people improve and become better at their jobs, but in life too, because if you do good work, hopefully that bleeds out into the rest of your life and vice versa. You're doing good things in both places. But if you just have a bad bee mentality, it's just going to be all around bad. Okay. So this was just a quick little rant on bad bees, why we don't need them. We don't want them. We want something better. If you want a bee, put the B in better, better. Okay. And be better. Be better than a bad bee. Okay. That's your new mantra. Go out and share this. Okay. If you are a woman watching this, and especially if you're middle aged, share this with some younger colleagues to let them know they do not need to be bad bees. Be better. Just be better than that. Okay. All right. Take care.